Praise be the Church of Bubsy. If you've seen my Discord, you've seen the news, you know why I am here and why I have this getup. Bubsy 4D has just been announced. The trailer was just posted, and unironically, it actually looks like a pretty decent little 3D platformer. Assuming the game can actually live up to what the trailer is like, which, I mean, most of the trailer looked like it was like showing like actual gameplay footage, so that tells me two things. One, it looks like it's gonna be like a genuinely pretty fun 3D platformer, and two, it looks like it's pretty close to development, so I'm hoping at least by the end of the year we should be seeing Bubsy 4D. But, yeah. This is your friendly reminder that with the Church of Bubsy, and if you accept the Bobcat into your heart, nothing can possibly go wrong. You will never be a bridge too short, and you will never be afraid to reach new heights.
What could possibly go wrong?
Thank you. Thank you. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Yes, Bubsy 4D. It was the trailer just came out. If you want to see it, it's in my Discord. It's like the most recent thing in my Discord now, in the general section. The actual trailer looks pretty fun. I have it in my wish list. I'll probably pick it up. One, when it's out, obviously, and two, when it goes on sale. But yes. Goodness gracious, what have we done to deserve that? I know, really. I mean, like, we do not deserve anything. I can't be serious. Oh, I am serious, and don't call me you. I don't know. Never mind. I was wishing you would have said, surely you can't be serious. Yeah. The game does actually look pretty decent. I mean, it looks... I guess my biggest fear is that it might be a bit generic, but it does seem like it has, like, a lot of moves. It seems at very least like someone put their ass into this. Like, the last couple of Bubsy games have mostly kind of just been, like, meme shitposts, which, fair enough, Bubsy was, like, the original meme shitpost, but this one actually genuinely looks like it's a pretty fun game. I will defend the Woolly Strike Back. I won't defend, like, that shitty Endless Runner, because that was 100% just, like, well, we still have the assets for this Bubsy game. Let's just milk what we can out of it. I forget what that Endless Runner was called, but honestly, it's not really worth it. It's and it was like $30 fucking for an Endless Runner. Granted, Woolly's Strike Back was also like a really short game, and like initially, I think it was like full price or at least pretty expensive. It was like $40 or $50, I think, at launch. Nowadays, you can get it on sale relatively cheap. You can get it like $10, and if you can get like Woolly Strike Back for $10 on Steam, it's worth it. But, yeah, and then there's also that Bubsy collection that just came out, which I would not have normally, like, really mentioned that, because it's not even really like it's, like, much of a remaster. I think it really is just kind of like a bunch of ROMs put into one collection. It is a relatively lazy, like, kind of slapdash effort. But, yeah, the new one... I mean, the game isn't out yet. I can't say for sure whether it's good or not, but I can at least say, like, it looks like effort was put into it. kind of giving me like ukulele vibes, like the first ukulele, the 3D one, which I know a lot of people didn't like that. I think it was fine for what it was, but also I'm just not really a fan of like those old school collectathon style games. You know, I keep saying I'm not a fan of collectathon style games, and yet I will say Mario Odyssey is my favorite Mario game of all time, and that one is like purely collectathon. Like, maybe even more so, maybe not as much as like Mario 64. It kind of like, I think the thing with Mario Odyssey is it makes the things fun to collect, which I don't think was necessarily true of like Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine. A lot of the collecting felt very... It felt very chore-like in like some of the earlier Mario 3D platformers, but with newer ones like Mario Odyssey, I think they kind of struck a decent balance. Plus, the collecting is not... I mean, it's required to a degree. You need to collect in order to finish the game, but you don't have to collect everything, or even, like, the vast majority of things. There's, like, tons of moons, and generally, I think it's just a lot more fun to explore the levels in Mario Odyssey as opposed to something like Mario 64. Anyway, let's stop the music. Yeah, you don't like Mario 64 either? It's, you know, like, I think there's... Especially, like, right now, I think people are kind of starting to go back to Mario 64 and realize, like... Now, there are a lot of diehard defenders of Mario 64. I mean, like, Mario 64, I would say, generally speaking, is still widely considered to be a classic game. But there are definitely, even, like, some people in... Maybe it's just, like, people in the community. I think in this specific niche community, Mario 64 is kind of seen a bit more divisively. I'm on record of saying I don't really like Mario 64. I will say this. Mario 64 is better than Sunshine. Sunshine, I just thought was a bad game. I thought it was a bad idea, bad concept, and they did what they could with that bad concept, but it was still a bad concept. I mean, it looks pretty, and Flood is pretty cool, but that's about it. Hey, Arus. I think, I'm pretty sure Arus will defend Mario 64, right? I think Arus likes Mario 64. But, yeah. That's all I really needed to say. New Bubsy. Bubsy is back. Come pet the cat. It is evolving well. Well, it will be once we start the game. You never played Sunshine? Yeah, my issue with Sunshine is... Like, one of the best parts about Mario 64 was the level variety. Like, not just, like, you know, compared to, like, other games, but compared to other Mario games. Like, you know, you had, like, the snow level. You know, Mario levels I don't think really had a... No, did Mario 3 have a snow level? At the time, I don't remember. Mario World, I don't think did. You had, like... And, like, you know, there was, like, the novelty of, like, oh, it's in 3D, and it doesn't, you know, control, like, total ass, like Bubsy 3D or something like that. But... You know, Mario 64 had, like, some good level variety. It had Bob on Battlefield. It had, the water level. It had the snow level. It had Tick-Tock Clock. It had, like, a bunch of unique ideas. Mario Sunshine is all kind of grounded in, like, this... It's all, like, resort-themed. And as a result, like, it's a much longer game than something like Mario 64. And it's a lot more samey, in my opinion. I think, like, the first... in my opinion, Mario Odyssey is not only the best Mario game, but I think it's like the first good 3D Mario game. Mario Galaxy is alright. I'm not like the biggest fan of it because I'm not really... Well, I'll say this about Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy on Wii, I would not recommend playing. I would recommend playing it on the Switch as part of the 3D All-Stars collection because it gets rid of the motion controls. In fact, I really wish that they would have put Galaxy 2 in that collection. I understand why it's believed that was not done. Apparently, Mario Galaxy 2 was kind of contentious within like the developer circles. I think like Nintendo might have kind of stiffed them a bit with Galaxy 2, and there's like some kind of... I don't know what exactly went on, but I think like there is like some kind of legal mumbo jumbo as to why Galaxy 2 was not in 3D All-Stars, but I really wish that it was because like the motion control, especially the pointer control, was really bad in Galaxy 2. Especially like those levels, which there's a level like right at the beginning of the game where you have to control Yoshi and you have to use the pointer control to point Yoshi's tongue. I really wish they would have put that on Switch and have that like maybe mapped to the touch screen or something. Or even like, you know, if you're playing it like in tabletop or in docked mode, you could like control it with like the second thumbstick or something. I don't know if that would have necessarily been like the ideal way, like controlling the thumbstick with the controlling the pointer with the second thumbstick, but I think it might have worked a little bit better than like the pointer controls. Meowkin, thank you. Also, hello, Nicholas. And star collecting. Star collecting wasn't fun for you? Yeah, same here. 4D is getting rushed to... Bubsy 4D is getting rushed to Rumi's gameplay schedule. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Karumi's gonna have to play this when it comes out. He's gonna buy the special collector's edition that comes with a dead Bobcat. He's gonna... He's so excited that he's currently modding Bubsy into no beta as we speak. Hey, Verducci. Alright, let's play game. I wonder if Bobcat is an evolutionary path we can go down in EVO. Sadly, I fear that is not the case, but oh well. So I think we can go here. And this is how we have to defeat these things. Ah. I don't remember how many of these you need to kill, but I guess just keep killing things until it says I can stop. Oh! There we go. That's what I had to do. Yays! You barely escaped. However, at that time, the world of dinosaurs was thriving? Oh no. It's the meteor. Actually, they do depict it as a meteor. I think that theory had just come into the public consciousness by this point. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't specifically say meteor, but I think that's the idea. That was, like, so weird. Like, thinking, like, there are people in chat that are older than the theory of a meteor wiping out the dinosaurs. I think it literally only came about in, like, the early 90s, if I recall. What had happened? The dust caused from the asteroids. Okay, so yeah, it is an asteroid. Created a very dense cloud. That blocked out all of the sunlight. Sunlight is one word? Okay. Or 2 words, rather. The temperature in the land was dropped. Many of the dinosaurs could not bear the cold weather and passed away. I mean, all the dinosaurs, I would say. Alright, bye, Nicholas. All the dinosaurs could not bear the cold and passed away. This is a sad incident. The extinction the extinction of the dinosaurs, referred to as the extinction of the dinosaurs. It will be talked about for thousands of, or for generations to come. Bye-bye, dinosaurs. I'll miss you. I wish Elle was here to do like an oh no redeem. Actually, fuck it, I'll do that.
Bored.
Wait, no, wrong thing.
Oh no.
There we go. From now on, a new life form called mammal will be born. You have a chance to become one. The Ice Age! Oh no, does that mean ice control? God fucking damn it. Oh, so I still get to be the bird? Oh, there we go. I found where I am. Oh, okay, so I did have to go left. We are very happy living without fear of our enemies. Although we have weak bodies. Gyro. Oh yeah, can this read it?
HP 5656 E.V.O. P 2506 peak bodies. Cyrocosaurus family fills square Y have over their cast.
Yeah, it can't read this fucked font. I was told by the Gaia to give you the power to become a mammal. But I don't want to be a mammal. I want wings and to be a dragon. With a long neck. I'm badass. I don't want to be a mammal. Mammals suck. We suck. I suck. Specifically. Looks oddly enough like Africa, Europe, Asia, and Australia. Yeah, it's almost like all of those continents were all one at one point. We have to use some of our spirit power called hope from our people who have been defeated. I must judge you. Congratulations. You deserve to become a mammal. Oh shit. I wonder what would happen. I don't know. Hello, LCX. Yep, Pangea, exactly. Yeah, mammals do suck. I don't want to be a mammal. I don't want to be a mammal. I want to be like a cool dragon. I don't know, do I get a gun at least? No, probably not yet. Maybe eventually, like, once humans evolve, eventually you get like a gun and it just becomes Contra, but... I don't know how far this goes. I don't know how far the evolutionary thing goes, but... So, LCX, did you see new Bubsy game? Praise be the Church of Bubsy, is all I can say. If you accept Bubsy into your heart, nothing can possibly go wrong. If I decide to... Oh shit, I can not do that? Cool. Well, I'm gonna make a save state here. Let's see what, let's at least see what mammal does. "100% mammal!" Oh my god, I'm a mouse? Or... No, I don't want this.
What could possibly go wrong?
Thank you. New Bubsy is Christ. I agree. You don't follow gaming news? I posted it in the Discord. Honestly, it's probably not something you'd be into, but... Fuck it, it's something I'm into. I put it in my Steam wish list. I don't even play those games. I agree, bless. I'm gonna keep the save state, or not save state, I'm gonna keep this save file though, because I might go back and see what happens if I do evolve. I might do that later on in the game. Oh, can I? Wait. Oh, I might not be able to progress without evolving. Is that the case? If so, that sucks.
Atlas USA.
New Bubsy game by Atlas for Sega Dreamcast. That would be cool. I must follow the path of the amphibian. He's a Caribbean amphibian. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I do have to be a mammal. Okay, that sucks. I thought it gave... Why would it give you the choice if it doesn't even, like... If the choice doesn't even matter? But I wanted to be a cool dragon. Hump. You just really wanted to squeeze all of those into one sentence and see what happens. I don't have a Dreamcast redeem. Do I need one? Do I need a Dreamcast redeem now? Oh, wait. No, maybe I didn't need to. Hold on. Oh, I can! Yes! Okay, I can be amphibian. Okay, actually, what I want to do, I think I'm gonna make a save here. That way I can kind of just go back in the game later on and, Actually... Oh, you know what I think I can do? Review, erase save file. How do I... Wait... Whatever, I made a save. Okay. Oh wait, no, I did... whatever. Dragorn. Well, the thing is I am, like, kind of already evolved to max, so, like, that does make the game quite a bit less fun, but then again, I am, like, cool drag... Nah, I'm probably gonna replay this and just, like, do the mammal thing later. The mammal, I think, might have, like, better traction on the ice, at least. Welcome to Jurassic Land, yes. Caribbean Amphibian sounds like a cheesy 90s platformer. It should have been. I mean, we did get Muppets platformers, but you could have specifically done one based on the Caribbean Amphibian song. He's a Caribbean amphibian, a frog in a coconut tree. Hey, I can fly over everything. This is a Kirby game officially. Oh, never mind. Gex? I guess a little bit. Was there a Caribbean level in Gex? I don't remember that. Granted, I think that would require someone to actually play through Gex, which I don't think is very likely. Honestly, I probably should like Gex, considering my kind of unironic love of Bubsy, but no, Gex is even a little bit too jank for my liking. Mainly because it's a collectathon, I think, really. If Gex was not a collectathon, I would probably enjoy it. Gex isn't jank. Have you played Gex? No, especially have you played the 3D Gex games. Those are jank as fuck. Like, I genuinely have trouble. I mean, like, Gex... I guess the Gex 3D games have better graphics than Bubsy 3D, but I would say they are way more jank. Like, as jank as Bubsy 3D was, it was at least kind of built decently around said jank. It was kind of like Croc. Like, it was tank control, but at least it was kind of built around that. Gex is not really built around anything. Like, the camera is shit, the controls are shit. It's just genuinely one of the worst 3D platformers you will ever play. The first Gex is alright, I guess, but even then, it's just, like, kind of a shitty collectathon. Like, you have to find the remotes in order to, like, complete the game. And doing that is a pain in the ass. Nothing jank about it. You have the disc. Do you have the disc that, like... Did they, like, modify your disc to make it not shit? Like, do I need to stop this game and play Gex 2 to show you, like, how fucking bad this game is? Or, wait, is it called Gex 2 or Gex 3D? I forget. No, there's Gex... There's, like, one that's, like, Gex Enter the Get-Go, and then there's, like, Gex 3D. Oh, no, wait, no, I think Gex 3D is the N64 game. Or actually, I think it might have been called Gex 64. I don't fucking know. They, like, had, like, a bunch of different names depending on what system you had it for. If I recall, the camera was a little bit better in the third Gex game, but not really by much. The 3D Gex is part 2. And then there was part 3, which was also 3D. I think Gex 3 was a little bit better. Honestly, like, I was kind of excited when I found out they were re-releasing all the Gex games, because I was sort of hoping that, like, they might remaster them and kind of fix some of the camera and iffy graphics. They didn't do that, for the record. They just re-released the ROMs, which I guess if that's what you're into, you can buy that, but... I would have liked to see, like how they had, like, the Insane trilogy for Crash. I would have not minded seeing that for Gex. I'm just too used to a particular control scheme, and I call that strays away from it. From your specs jank. Yeah, because my specs are good controls. Like, the camera will always get, like, stuck on things, and the graphics are kind of really low detail, so it's hard to actually see, like, where you're supposed to go. Like, no, I'm not... I will defend some jank. I will not defend 3D Gex. I will defend 2D Gex a little bit, as just, like, I don't like it, but I can see why some might. Typical American. Yeah, exactly. Good controls is subjective. Technically true, you're right. I can't argue with that. you grew up in an era where every single game had a different control scheme and you never knew what. Yeah, that was objectively the wrong way of well, not objectively, but that was the wrong way of doing things. Now that we live in the 21st century and things are standardized and we kind of know what does and doesn't work, I would say that is just better. I mean, I would just say in general, most 3D platformers did not age well from that period. But Gex 64 was kind of worse than even most of them. Like, there's like Super Mario 64, which I already said I don't like, but I would say it at least controls well, even if it doesn't have a good camera. Honestly, the one game that a lot of people seem to not like, that I argue is like one of the few 3D platformers from that era that actually aged pretty well, is Earthworm Jim 3D. A lot of people don't like that one for some reason, and I think it's like one of the few that actually controlled properly from that era. And I think it's pretty fun. Like, I mean, you know... Granted, I don't like the other Earthworm Jim games. I don't like Earthworm Jim on, like, Genesis or Super Nintendo or Game Gear or whatever. I only like Earthworm Jim 3D. So maybe that's why. Maybe I'm just a hater of, like, the good Earthworm Jim games. You'd rather play Spyro games than Mario 64? Spyro is also pretty jank. Honestly. And Spyro is, like, even more, like, collectathon-based to a point where it is just extremely annoying. Like, once you get into, like, the Spyro, Banjo-Kazooie era, or, like, Donkey Kong 64... Donkey Kong 64 is when, like, the collectathon genre just reached peak stupid. It reached its most ludicrous conclusion of just like, it's like the game is like what, 150 hours or some shit like that, and like you have to keep like going to these stop points and swapping out the characters. It's just like, that is when collectathons got peak stupid. That's when it reached peak excess. Would proper controls prevent you from running into a wall? I mean, would it prevent me from running into a wall? No. Would it prevent, like, a normal person from doing that? Maybe. I'm not really... I don't know. Like, Spyro, I can see, like, people defending before they defend, like, Gex 64 or something. I would even say, like, okay, Croc is a good example of, like, Croc is pretty jank, especially because it uses, like, the tank controls and shit. But the thing is, the game is built around the tank controls. I think Croc, for what it is... For what Croc is, I think Croc is fine. I think Croc is one of the better 3D platformers. Because it kind of controls jank, and the overall, like, camera is a little bit iffy, but I think I would rather play that. Because at least it's built around said jank properly. Reminder that tank controls for 3D games was normal. Doesn't mean it was good, though. And I mean, like, Croc handled tank controls at least better than something like Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider... There are, like I've even seen people, like, go back to Tomb Raider with a... People who do have, like, a pretty high jank tolerance for some of these, like, 3D games, they'll go back to Tomb Raider and they're just like, yeah, no, I can't even. I have to assume, like, the only reason Tomb Raider got big is just the time and place. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, she was only big because, it's a girl and she has boobs. Whatever. But, like, I think, like, it's, like, a mix of that and just sort of, like, what was big in the cultural zeitgeist around the time of Tomb Raider's release. Because, like, even as compared to games of the time, Tomb Raider is jank. I can zip around like nothing with the tank controls of Armored Core. Armored Core is a mech game, though. That's where tank controls make sense. Like, a game like Armored Core should have tank controls. Her boobs aren't that big. Well, I mean, look, it was the 90s and horny kids were desperate. They it was either that or, I don't know, crack open Dad's old Hustler mags. Dual stick is still superior for Armored Core. True. True, but I'm saying, like, at least with a mech game, tank controls made sense. You're controlling something kind of approximating a tank. Just like how touch control is superior to gamepad for FPS. Yeah, you can think that, I suppose. I mean, really, I would argue, like, keyboard and mouse controls are kind of superior to both of those. Like, keyboard and mouse, I'm not really an FPS person, but I would say, like, keyboard and mouse is sort of the ideal way, because it gives you the ability for more precise aim if you use keyboard and mouse and, like, WASD and stuff like that. And you can, like, circle strafe and all of the things that FPS heads like. Oh, I have been discovered. Oh, no. Okay, what is L showing me? What the fudge is this?
This is what a professional six-finger COD mobile player looks like.
Six finger? Oh, it's... Oh, wow, I've never, like, seen YouTube Shorts on a PC before. This is a weird... I don't think there's even a way to full screen it. Alright, well, you'll see all of my secrets. You'll see who I'm subscribed to. Okay, I have to do this. See, now that I use Mix It Up bot to like read comments for the most part, I can kind of like show YouTube videos and like show the video of YouTube videos and have it not be a massive pain in the ass.
Like,
I mean, this is proof that if you have no other options, you can get used to crappy controls.
this is
And
what
in
a
fact,
professional
excel at
six-finger...
them. You can excel at anything. Like, if you have no other choice but to eat dog shit for the rest of your life, you can probably get used to it to a point where you start to enjoy it. The Stockholm starts to kick in. Ease of use, aim. Yeah, but like your like thumbs are covering like most of the screen. That's the thing. ...1990 TMNT movie showing in theaters this week for 35th anniversary. Cool. I don't think I've seen the TMNT movie. Is it... I mean, I'm guessing the answer is that it is good for what it was. Like, just kind of, like, cheesy thing for kids. But, like... I'd never seen it. I don't know if I would enjoy it, though, because I didn't really, like, grow up with, I didn't really grow up with TMNT. Well, I mean, I guess I could have, but I just didn't. You never saw it in theaters. Your dad bought me a bootleg VHS copy when they used to sneak camcorders into theaters. They still do those. You can still, like, go online and find, like, camcorder prints of movies. I don't know. Well, okay. I don't know if that's as big of a thing now, because like now movies are going like straight to Netflix or HBO or whatever. But like before the pandemic, like camcorder rips were still kind of a thing. Like if you're like trying to find a movie that's like brand new, like just came out within the past week or two, and you go on like Putlocker or 123 Movie or something like that, like anything you find is going to be a camcorder rip. It's no Kubrick flick around. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Good for what it was. Yeah, that's about what I expected. I assume too much and see how you like it. Yeah, true. Maybe I should. Maybe I do need to... Maybe I can probably rope Orc into this. Maybe I can rope work into this. I'm sure he will happily watch TMNT with me. Oh, the Yeti are coming. Hello. Oh no.
Oh, no!
Thank you. Oh no, I've been massacred. Ass massacred. Yeah, now I definitely do want to replay this game, but with the mammal. I don't really need to worry about evolution points as of right now, because kind of at the point where I need to be. Even though me escaped the Yeti. Where was there a Yeti? It is too hot for us, mammals, to survive here. To survive here in the desert. Well, luckily for you, I'm not a mammal. You don't think my dino was built for this era? Well, I mean, clearly the mammals weren't built for this era either. They're complaining that it's too hot in the desert. Like, I don't know. Maybe dinos like the hot. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not, but. Hello, Renee. Or, yeah, and Kayla Boo as well. Mammoth. Oh no. We are the three brothers of the apocalypse of the mammoth. Even the Yeti is afraid of us. What are you? What? Well, you are a part of the Yeti family, aren't you? Yeah, you should be. Hey, brothers! The enemy is here! Bitch, I can fly, bitch. They successfully brought back the dire wolves recently. Jurassic Park is coming. Oh, good. It's great. He's shooting me. Yeah, I know. Who let the mammoths have guns? Was it you, Game Gear? Did you do this? Yay! Oh my. I thought the Yeti had attacked us, but it wasn't true. The Mammoth Brothers had been proud because the Yeti had not come yet. The Mammoth Brothers even said it would be very easy to defeat the Yeti. If only they had the crystal. By the way, you are very strong. I will tell you a secret. There is a mountain in the southeast, and you can find the ice pole spirit there. Okay. Well, I don't really like how you guys attacked me, so... Wait, can I... That's what you get for sicking your brothers on me, you fuck. Never mind. Mammoth tanks from from Red Alert? No, I had not played that one. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to kill that mammoth. Oh, well, it still let me beat the level anyway. Okay. Ha. 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 Here comes the slave. It's not very politically correct dinosaur from 20,000 BC. Another fool is coming. Well, who was the fool? Was it you? I think it was. Reptilians. Oh, I stepped into a teleporter? Okay. Oh my god, this is in a teleporter maze. I just realized. I did not think this game would have that, but... This game might be a teleporter maze. Okay, so if you... I understand now. I'll tell you what, I will be right back. And, yeah, I will be right back. I am back. Alright. Oh no. Okay, fine. So have you... Wait, did you beat Grim Grimoire yet, Game Gear? Or are you going to in the next, like the next time you stream it? I forget. Okay, fine. I swear by my sword. I wish I was good at Grim Grimoire. I love that game. You're near the end, may not beat it? Oh, may or may not beat it. Oh, okay. because the action pauses. Yeah. Oh, Grim Grimoire is a very forgiving RTS. Yeah. True. That makes sense. I do want to play Tactics. I think I will play Tactics this Saturday. Thick. Oh yeah, I do need to do that. I do need to show the, I forgot to do that. I will find a picture of her and post it in L's Discord. My parents just took the dog away, by the way, so... Like, I was watching Sadie over the weekend, and now I no longer have Sadie, and I am sad. Sorry for my loss. Yeah. Nah, it's fine. Okay. Shit. That's not the one I was going to watch. No, it is. No, Sadie's fine. My parents just took her back. I was trying to watch her. I was watching her, well, over the weekend, but, like, up until Tuesday. So, like, the weekend and change, I guess. So, yeah. It's too low for max evolution. No! I just need to... I should be fine. You thought she died? No, 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 no. She's fine. She's fine. No, like I kind of wondered if that's what like chat was thinking, because like Elle said like, "Oh, my condolences." I kind of thought she was like saying that in a joking manner, like whatever. No, she just went home to my parents. She's fine. I mean, she's getting older. She's starting to have like some digestive problems and things like that, but she's fine. Yeah, if I gave that impression, I'm sorry. I missed her though. Like I mean, I get to see her when I go back to my parents' place, but like I have not like seen her for an extended period of time since I moved out of my parents' house, and I missed her. She's a good girl. She's no longer with me, and I'm sad. Oh, I understand. Okay. I see now. I understand how.
Oh, meow!
Thank you. Sadie might not be dead, but I am. Is this the Wizard of Oz? Is this the Wizard of Oz game now? More like Lizard of Frost? Yeah. Oh, God. I still can't believe there was a Wizard of Oz game for Super Nintendo. I can believe that it was bad. I don't think there was any universe where someone would have given a shit about that license, but... Actually, okay, no, I say that, but, like... I think there was, like, actually, like, a genuinely kind of decent Wizard of Oz RPG, or, like, an RPG themed around the Wizard of Oz, or at least a book or something like that for DS. I think that was, like, genuinely good, so, like... You could do a Wizard of Oz IP and have it be, like... be taken seriously, but... Nah, they didn't do that. I should play that one of these days, just for the lulz. The Wizard of Oz Super Nintendo game. That is bad. That is amazingly bad. That is the kind of game that'll make you appreciate all other platformers, because at least they aren't Wizard of Oz. I will say, though, that game, if nothing else, did lead to what I would argue is the best AVGN episode. So, it's not all for lost. It's not all for nothing. That's the thing I hate the most about this game, is how enemies can just stun lock you sometimes. Attack hitboxes are strange in general. Yeah, sometimes. Save state? Yeah, not a bad idea. Okay, I think I went back. Yeah, I see now. Oh, I see what... Okay, so it just, like, warped me to another place entirely. I think... Wait, this... Does this warp me back to the beginning, I want to say? It does, yeah. By Arus. By the way, I got like a lot of subscribers on my last stream, the Game Boy Advance stream one I did. What am I at now? I'm at like... Oh, I was at 91. Now I'm at 90. Someone unsubscribed, I guess, because they saw the other... They saw everything else that I posted, and they were like, nah. No, So yeah, I am now at 10 subscribers away from 700. 690. Also, nice. Well... Just get rid of the 0, and then I would have if like 1/10 of the amount of people had subscribed to me that are subscribed to me, that would be nice. Yeah, it didn't. So it might have had 40 viewers. I don't know about that, but definitely wasn't nothing. Arus had 181 viewers yesterday. Yeah. Arus is doing pretty good. He can, like... I mean, like, honestly, like, that's, like, one of those, like, I don't quite understand. Because, like, Arus is a friend of mine, but between you and me, I don't particularly like his streams all that much. I just don't think... Well, I don't think he's a particularly entertaining person. I don't think I'm a particularly entertaining person either. I don't know why people watch me. Like, I'm bad at video games. There's, like, a lot of dead air. Maybe, well, to be fair, though, like, it's my stream. I'm going to, like, zero in on, like, all of the issues. I'm gonna zero in on all of the issues of my streams. Like... If you... I've said this before. If you're passionate about something and you aren't a perfectionist, you're doing it wrong. He shared... True, that's true. That's true. Well, he does, like... Yeah, that's true. He, like, also does, like, multi-stream. Which, I don't know if that helps or not, but I'm sure it doesn't hurt. Like, that's always the thing. Like, if you're passionate about something, you're always going to want to do better. But then, like, the double-edged sword is that, like, there's always a limit to how good you can be. There's just, like, you know, a physical limitation. There's always a physical barrier to how good you can be. And that's always, like, that's always the thing that, like, gets artists. So you just have to, so, like, some people will just, like, use that as an excuse to try, like, gimmicky shit. I use that as an excuse to, like, occasionally try new things. Like, if an idea... Like, sometimes I'll just come up with an idea. I don't necessarily know if it's feasible, but I'm just like, fuck it, I'll try it anyway. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then go back to the drawing board and try it again. That's why it took me, like, 3 years to do Alphacade. Alphacade was literally, like, the first thing... Alphacade was literally the first thing I ever did on my... Well, no, not the first thing I did. But it was, like, one of the first things I ever did on my YouTube channel. Being a perfectionist isn't healthy for professional development. I mean, yes and no. I think in some ways it is. It's healthy for creativity, but it's not healthy in, like, a literal, physical, mental sense. Like, you know, like, always... Like, it's good for creativity. You should always, like... If you are an artist... And it doesn't matter what kind of artist. If you're a fine artist, if you know, if you draw, if you are an actor, if you're a musician, if you're an author, a writer, you should always try to outdo yourself. Like, you should never settle. You should never settle. And I don't think most artists ever do. I think, like, most artists kind of realize, like, that's why, like, you can kind of go back to your old work. Like, I'll go back to my old... You know, I'll go back to my old videos I did when I was 12, and I was just like... You know, and like, obviously it's not good. I did it when I was 12. You know, back before I knew what I know now about, like, how to be good... How to do things well, but, you know, like, I will also say, like, some of the videos I did, like, some of the, like, tech videos and stuff I did, for what they were for a 13-year-old to do them, they weren't too bad. Like, definitely, like, like, kids, like, there are people younger and younger putting out, like, decent quality content. I'll give you an example. There is a YouTube channel. I believe it's dead now. But I think he is called I'm a Bean or AM or something like that. Literal prepubescent child. Doing, like, some really fucking good, like, video essay videos. Literal prepubescent child. Like, he was doing, like, a video on, like, some old SNK arcade games and shit. And I'm just like... This is what, like, people who know nothing... This is the end result of people who have known nothing but the internet age. This is the end result of that. Like, I compare people like that to, like, what kids were like in the early days of YouTube. And I mean, like, you know, kids are still cringe as fuck. I mean, you don't have to go too far. You don't have to go too far on, like, YouTube or TikTok to realize, like, kids are still cringe as hell. But, like, it's cringe in a different way than it used to be. But, like, anyway, my point is, like, you should always try to outdo yourself, but also realize that you are a human with limits. You just have to... The real challenge is trying to work out where those limits are. And sometimes you will exceed those limits. Sometimes you will bite off a bit more than you can chew. Sometimes you will try and fail. But you know what? That's just part of life. Life is all about trial and error. And really, I think that one of the biggest sins that a parent can make is not letting your child trial and error. Like, preventing your child from making mistakes. Now, you obviously, there are some mistakes that the child... There are some mistakes that, are life-threatening or, things like that. But, like, I think that, like, a lot of these helicopter parents will not let their child fail. Failure, I think, is important. It is vital to the human experience. And as bad as it is, it's something that needs to be experienced to grow as a person. You need to fail in order to succeed at life. That is my opinion. Hold on, Game Gear was, mentioning a whole bunch of things. I gotta go back. You gotta ground yourself. Hold on. Start on a project, abandon it because you think you can do it. Start on a project, abandon it because you think you can do better. I mean, yeah, and I've done that before. I'm just like, I've mentioned this before. Like, I tried writing an album, and I think ultimately I gave up on that because I'm not living up to my own standards. But then again, my own standards are the standards of other people. Like, if you're a writer, you're influenced by other writers. And if you aren't as good as those other writers, but you also shouldn't be... That's, the duality of it. You're influenced by people who are probably better than you. But at the same time, you shouldn't try to be other people. You should try to do your own thing. If I, put out an album and my goal was to try and be better than the Beatles, I've already failed. Because I should not even try to be the Beatles. I should try to be my own thing. Look how much you get done because you don't follow that philosophy. I get things done because I learn how to do things. When you have an idea in your head, I take time to learn the skills needed when I get done. You need to learn from your mistakes in order to succeed. Right, but you need to be able to make mistakes. Is the thing. Like, you have to be able to make mistakes in order to learn from those mistakes in order to succeed. That was my viewpoint, is that I think a lot of kids are just kind of like these sort of helicopter parents prevent kids from making mistakes, which I feel is vital to the human existence. You also need to leverage other people's failures to make sure you don't. True. That is, and that's what I was kind of talking before about, like, that's what I was talking before about, like, you know, like, kids on YouTube, you know, like, these video exposés and video essays of just, like, you know, the rise and fall of these, you know, great, powerful YouTubers who have 10 million subscribers and then got caught grooming children or some shit like that. It's just like, you know, like, people watch that. It's just like, they know that fame can corrupt people. And that is probably, like, a thing that they will always have in the back of their head if they ever break out. Is just like, obviously, like, you don't need to be told not to groom children or something like that, but like you know what I mean? Like, you always, sometimes you need a reminder that, hey, fame corrupts people. You know. Development hell in a nut. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Like, that's true. I mean, like, well, like, if you, like, look at Duke Nukem Forever. Like, the reason that game took 15 years to develop is because they were constantly seeing new things, and they were just like, well, let's implement that. We gotta make this game latest and greatest. And then 15 years later, when it came out, it was like 10 years behind everything else because it's a 15-year-old game. Or it's like they tried so hard to make it modern that it ended up coming out 15 years too late for it to be modern. And it just ended up being like a relic of a bygone era. If you fail at a boss over and over using the same strategy, you're not improving. That's fair. That makes sense, yeah. You need that arrogance and pride to make any headway into success. Yeah, true. That's, yeah, you're right about that. But no, like, that's... But, like, my ultimate point is I think life is all about trial and error. And trial and error is vital to the life experience. Hold on. You see someone better, you think, I'll learn the strategy to be better than that. Yeah. Well, not necessarily like you need to learn from someone else's strategy, but you know, like yeah, in video game terms, where there is like a specific, where there's usually like one set strategy. Like video games are, generally speaking, pattern recognition. If you can get down a pattern, generally speaking, sometimes, you know, not all video games are pattern recognition, but generally speaking, video games are based around pattern recognition. If you can get the pattern down, life is not always pattern recognition. Life sometimes is random. Sometimes you just kind of can do the same thing twice and get different results. But not always. When you first tried nunchaku, always said they hit themselves and they were super awkward at first. Yeah. You don't need to fail to succeed. Yeah, I think you do. I think I would say, like, most success is achieved after several failed attempts. Now, yes, I agree you need to learn from your failures. That's also a vital part, but usually success does not happen in a vacuum. There's exceptions to that. But usually success happens after several failures. And if you want continued success, you have to learn how to fail. Or you have to have experience failing. So that you can learn how to succeed. It's not a vacuum when there's a mountain of information. I guess that's true. But there are some things you just... Even with all the information in the world, there are some things in life you just kind of have to experience, I feel. Experiencing something and reading about it are two different things. When you first tried Dark Souls, you could have been pro from the start if you played it like veteran people. Yeah, well, I mean, there are people who are just really good at pattern recognition. Like speedrunners, they can spend like 5 minutes on a game and then like even a game they are unfamiliar with and like become instantly pro. That is a genuine skill. I will say that. But again, that's a skill that's really applicable mostly in video games, not necessarily like doing your own creative work. That's more what I was talking about. Again, video games where like the main skill in most of them is pattern recognition. Yeah, if you are really good at pattern recognition, you can just get video games down like immediately. When you first tried watercolors, people said it would look bad. So I made a painting of you, Fuji. And made it look good. You gotta believe you're the 1% who defies expectations. That's what people's... Oh, that's propels success. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I guess that's true. I guess... Yeah. I see where you're coming from. I don't know. You can't win at sports by trying your best. True, yeah. Well, I don't think I've been here. Hey, teleporter mazes suck. Did you know that? Okay, I think this is a new area. Especially when it's a teleporter maze like this where everything looks the same. I'm really happy with what they've done here. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh, I should have... Save state power. Kind of. Yeah, I'm going to, like, new places, I think, so... Actually, yeah, I should probably save state here. Oh, shit, wait. No. Okay. Oh, I went back, I think. Yep. Shit. top left. Hmm. No, there is. Okay. Oh, wait, can I? No, I don't think I can go top left. Just... Shit, I have the money, I guess. I may as well have some horn power, even if I don't really know exactly what it does in this case. It might kill things a little bit faster, but they die in one hit, so it's not entirely useful. Fuck it, I got the money, though. And I don't really have much to spend it on, because I decided to be Dino. I still don't regret that decision, for the record. Oh, I think this might be better for, like, close range. Maybe. Yeah. This kind of... Okay, I think this kind of actually prevents the stun locking issue that I had. Oh, wait, shit. No, I don't want this. Oh, so the... Okay, so the teleporters aren't even necessarily consistent in what they do. Going through one teleporter does not... going back through a teleporter doesn't make you go back one. You know the ancient lost technology philosophy, the belief that ancient people actually had tech equal or superior to ours. I think that ancient people had more primitive ways of coming to the same conclusions as us in some cases. Like, for example, I believe the ancient Greeks were able to mathematically calculate the circumference of the Earth with relative accuracy. I think we've fine-tuned it a bit more since then, but the ancient Greeks back in... I don't exactly remember when ancient Greece was a thing, but thousands of years ago, they were able to... Yeah. You're talking about ancient Incan laser death machines. I don't know anything about that. I mean, that would be a cool video game, though. It would be like Final Fantasy VII, but like the ancient Incans. Just like ancient Incans with like laser death rays and like airships and shit. I think that would be a cool video game. It reminds me of, I think it was like Marjorie Taylor Greene or something talking about Jewish space lasers. Incan death lasers. I would play that video game, I just want you to know. Just like these teleporters. Yeah, true. Wait, if I do this and then go to that leftmost teleporter... Egyptian killer drones, yeah. What if the ancient Egyptian gods were actually artificially enhanced metahumans? What if Egyptian gods were one of us? Do you think an Egyptian god could go through this fucking teleporter maze? Do you think an Egyptian god would have the patience to go through this teleporter maze? I'm not entirely sure. They solved logic puzzles like this much faster than us. I mean, you're right, but did they enjoy doing it? That I'm not entirely sure we have evidence of. Whoa, shit, new place. Hell yeah, we've done it. Oh. What's this? There's a video of a chimp doing computer logic puzzles on his own, like it's just playing. That's cool. That chimp didn't happen to be named Elon Musk. Was it? I'm sorry. Low-hanging fruit, easy joke. This song sounds like it's like ripping off a Disney song. I don't entirely... Like Once Upon a Dream, maybe? I don't know. That's like the theme of this game's soundtrack. It's like copyright distinct Disney love letter fan service. Wait. Shit, fan service means something else these days. Fuck, never mind. Hey, I've done a thing. To the moon! One of these days, Alice! Yeah, it's a small world. I think, like, the I always said I thought the intro song in this sounds kind of like Tale as Old as Time. Like it's definitely like I don't think like anything in this I don't really think there's like anything in this game that's like close enough to where I would like put the rip-off label on it, but like it's clearly inspired. Like, I think like someone told them to have like a Disney-esque soundtrack, and this is kind of what came out. Okay. Well, we're done with that. I think... Well, I'm gonna have this be like the second save file, because I do want to go back to when I had the opportunity to become a mammal and like go through the game that way, but... yeah, I think for now, this will be good. If I want to make more songs, try Suno AI. I'll have to look into that. I want to do a vocal cover of that one song that you made. The, what is it? Born from the pixels, raised in the past. I gotta record that at some point. Actually, Tyler has, like, mixing software. He could probably mix it and make it sound pretty decent. Actually, I could probably do that, too. I just don't really have the patience to. You know who we haven't rated in a while? Drunky Cheese. He is playing the ROM hack remaster of Castlevania 2. Which really is kind of the first Metroidvania. I just, for some reason, people don't like to call Castlevania 2 a Metroidvania, even though, like, it kind of is. It's just in a different way, I would argue. It handled being a Metroidvania in a much different, and I would argue, and most people would argue, worse way than Symphony of the Night, but I would call it the first Metroidvania. I guess you could also argue, like, Zelda 2, or I guess by, like, that logic, you could just...
It's that.
It's a garbage Metroidvania. Well, Drunky Cheese is playing the version that fixes a lot of the issues. Mainly that I think it, like, rebalances the game, lets the enemies, like... I think the enemies will, like, generate more EXP. The clues are not nearly as cryptic, is like the major thing. Honestly, I think the peak version would be like, do this, but like the FDS version. That way you could have the expanded audio and it would save. That would be like the peak version of Castlevania 2. I would not necessarily say Castlevania 2 is like the worst game ever made, but yeah. It's definitely... Years later, they would kind of perfect the idea of a Metroidvania and do it with Symphony of the Night, and do so in a far better way. Is the game on a timer? I don't remember that. You might be right about that. Anyway. A vocal cover makes the song 100% yours. Yeah, true. Well, that's what, I mean, like, yeah, like, I would like to do a vocal cover of it. I think I even have, like, the, instrumental backing track somewhere. If not, I might need to extract it, but I'm pretty sure you sent it to me once upon a time, so... But yeah, I would like to do... That way, like, I could at least say, like, part of that song was mine. Because, like, the lyrics were AI, the vocals were AI. I at least want, like, part of the song to be, like, mine. But anyway. So Thursday will be Artanelico. Saturday, Rampuri. Sunday, I will be finishing Hebreke. Monday, more Game Boy Advance games, beginning with the letter B. We will be playing... Maybe we'll be playing that one game that Karumi keeps asking about, Bokutai, or something like that. I don't remember if that's actually what it's called, but, he's asked about it, and maybe we will get to it, in part 4 of the letter B. And then next Tuesday, more E.V.O Search for Eden. So, thank you guys so very much for watching. Always super appreciated. Thank you, Arus218, Game Gear Goddess, Kayla Boo, Nicholas W, Renee W, Verducci Man, and Vintendo. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Good night. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye, everyone.
It's the outro, and here's the outro freak. Freddy Freak of Interpretation, sweeping the nation, doing his thing our way. If you wanna see more of me, become a member, watch some movies on LDN Cinema, play some games on Rum Roulette and Request. To be part of the community, join the Discord, talking about games, music, rum requests, and more. Join now. That's all of the plugs that I've made. Thank you all for watching. Now let's raid!